Yesterday was a bit of a whirlwind. You had the instant reaction show from me where I was very excited about Terrion Arnold, had some questions, wasn't able to get all the answers right there in that moment. Well, I've got them now. So we're going to talk about Terrion Arnold on this show, but also a lot of other major news around the Seattle Seahawks. Jadarian Price not practicing. Emmanuel Wilson not practicing. What's going on there? Where's Sam Darnold in the top 100 players? So much to get to. Seahawks Today is presented by Prize Picks. I am your host, Will Ortner. And this, of course, is why you subscribe to the channel. I know it's weird, but believe it or not, today's my off day. I got an off day before the Seahawks' first preseason game against the Dallas Cowboys. I could be resting, relaxing, hanging out by the pool. That's not what we're doing here. There's Seahawks news. We get that content out to you. So that's why you hit that subscribe button. All right. The big news of the day, the Seattle Seahawks yesterday expected to sign Terrion Arnold. He is going to be a Seattle Seahawk. At least that's where everything is trending right now. Now, what I have seen so far from Seattle Seahawk reporters and NFL reporters is that the expected contract is going to be a league minimum for Terrion Arnold, and it is going to be a one-year deal. I did see that the Seahawks would have the option. He would be a restricted free agent, so they could RFA sign him and sign him essentially for cheap. So the team essentially, from my understanding, has Terrion Arnold for the next 2 years under team-controlled deals. So they get to make the decision on what they want to do there. As more information comes out around Terrion Arnold, it is very, very clear that there has been interest from Seattle in him from all the way back when he was at Alabama. There was interest with him in the 2024 draft, where instead the Seahawks took Byron Murphy. Thought that was probably the best choice. Now, Arnold plays a different style than what Seattle likes to do. Seattle's a lot more of a zone coverage team. However, when Riq Woolen was in Seattle, what made Riq Woolen really good? Riq Woolen is a really good man cover corner. He is an absolute freak of nature. Say what you will about Riq Woolen, he is incredibly fast, incredibly athletic, and if you say go one-on-one with a guy, he wins most of the time. Terrion Arnold is known for being a man cover guy. He is known for someone that Seattle could come bring in and say, hey, man, this week you're following Devontae Adams. This week you're following Mike Evans. This week, you're following Marvin Harrison Jr. He's a bigger corner. He's a strong and physical corner. What'll be interesting to see with Julian Arnold is where the Seattle Seahawks are at in the whole situation. Mike Macdonald had been asked before the Seahawks signed him, but after the tryout, what he felt like Julian Arnold could add to this team. And here's what Mike Macdonald had to say, and I quote, "It's enough right now that we had him in for a great visit, a great tryout. It's a situation where there's other things that are surrounding it. We're aware of that, but we're working through the situation right now. But it was a great visit. I really enjoyed meeting him, and I think he enjoyed being here, so we'll see where it goes." That's a huge deal, man. It's very clear that Terrion Arnold came in and impressed the Seattle Seahawks. He showed them that he was a player that could add to their scheme. He confirmed a lot of the on-the-field things that people thought about Terrion Arnold and him being in Seattle. But the other thing that Arnold ended up kind of confirming is that rumors right now, he wants to play in a spot that's going to be the best for him. The rumors are that there were other offers out there. Easier chance to get on the field, more money potentially being thrown at him. Those are rumors, but it does sound like Terrion Arnold made the choice where he could go and play in the best environment for him for a multitude of different reasons. One, the Seattle Seahawks have a great culture. Two, the Seattle Seahawks are in a great spot where it can be easy to just focus on football. He's in a fan base that's going to show him love and support, and so much more. Many in the organization supported him, and I think that that's a good sign. I have more to discuss on this in just one moment. But first, I need to let you know that today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app and is the best place to win cash while watching sports. With the football season right around the corner, there's no better time to cash in with our friends at Prize Picks. And I'll tell you this, The app is really easy to use. Every Friday, users can opt into Flex Friday from the Rewards tab and apply a protected play to one Flex Play lineup. If the lineup wins, it pays out normally. If the lineup loses, Prize Picks refunds the entry as bonus lineups, allowing users to run it back without risking additional funds. It's a simple weekly promotion that rewards users for coming back each Friday. I have a lineup for the football action going on later on this year. Jackson Smith-Njigba, more on his receiving yards. Sam Darnold, more on his pass yards. Matthew Stafford, less on his pass yards. New user offer. Best of all, play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use code HMA when you sign up. That's right. Prize Picks just switched up their offer, so there's no better time to join. Lock in and win that first lineup. That's code HMA at sign up to get $150 in bonus lineups if you win your first $5 plus lineup. Okay, so back to Terrion Arnold conversations, right? So we know that a bunch of people in the organization vouched for him. Does this mean that Terrion Arnold is instantly on the Seattle Seahawks and there are going to be no worries? No. Right now, there are obviously a lot of legal issues that Terrion Arnold is facing. Now, my understanding is he's going to be able to be in Seattle because he's been able to travel around and he's going to be able to be a part of certain things. But there are conversations right now that the NFL may put him on the commissioner's exempt list. And I think that ESPN's Brady Henderson has a very complete quote on that, and I think it gives the best explanation. So I'm going to read what he said in his ESPN article. At some point, Arnold projects to factor into the mix for the Seahawks' number 3 cornerback job, but it's not clear when he'll be available. Arnold might be put on the NFL commissioner's exempt list, which would bar him from playing or practicing while the league looks into his case. He would still be able to attend meetings and would be paid. So that is something that the NFL could do to Terrion Arnold. And it would make some sense, right? If you're the National Football League, you want to make sure that you do your due diligence here. And the NFL has been pretty close to the vest on things like this. I feel like this is a situation where the NFL might say, hey, we want to put him on the exempt list. We're going to have our people, our lawyers, our investigators do their due diligence. So that is a question that is going to kind of be up in the air for Terrion Arnold. Yes, he signs with the Seahawks. How quickly will he be on the field with this team? How quickly will he be able to practice? How quickly will he be in Renton? How quickly will he be acclimated to the culture? Is he someone that's going to come in and immediately fall in line? Jalen Milroe backed him. Jalen Milroe sounds very excited for him to be in Seattle. Jalen Milroe is someone that I think does things the correct way. You can have your complaints about Milroe, but it's not his leadership style, and it's not the type of teammate he is. So will Terrion Arnold be able to come into the building, fall in line, do the things that he's supposed to do things the Seattle way, be built on that mob mentality? And if he is, this is a huge deal for Seattle. You just got a guy with first-round talent, and you got him at a league minimum deal. It's a big thing, man. It's a big thing. I also think it does speak to Terrion Arnold. He wanted to come out this way. I think that's a good sign. Are you happy that the Seattle Seahawks are signing Terrion Arnold? Let us know down below in the comment section. Yes or no, because I'm very interested in hearing what your opinion is there. Enough about Arnold. I said that I discussed some other things that are going on right now in Seattle. Jalen Milroe. Sounds like he's going to get a lot of time tomorrow. Is he going to come in as the number 2 QB, or AKA the guy who's going to get the first reps, whether that's after Sam Darnold or with Sam Darnold not even playing? No. It seems very clear that it's Drew Lock, right? Drew Lock is number 2 right now. The question is will he end up becoming a Seattle Seahawks, or will he end up becoming a Seattle Seahawks backup QB, AKA the number 2 spot? I think that Milroe has shown that he's improved his arm talent. I think that Milroe has put a greater focus on using his arm and not his legs. And that is something that the Seahawks coaches are clearly instilling in him. Jake Peetz is clearly saying, hey, man, you want to make it in this league? You better be able to throw the football. And the athleticism of Milroe has never been something that we've questioned. But I think that we can kind of look at this first game against the Cowboys as a measuring stick. How much has Jalen Milroe grown? We saw some brief flashes last preseason, but by the time he got some real run in that Green Bay Packers game, it was pretty clear, man, Milroe's not there yet. Is he at a better spot? We're going to find out, and we're going to get our first look. At practice yesterday, no Jadarian Price, no Emmanuel Wilson. I think that's something interesting to take a look at. I think that pretty much eliminates Price from playing on Saturday. I feel that with 95% of my being. I could be wrong, totally open to that, but it's clear that he was getting beat up on the legs. He needed more time off. This isn't something like, oh, hey, he just had a bruise. Like, this is pretty clear. There's something messed up there, right? Maybe it's a deep bone bruise. Maybe it's a pretty good thigh contusion, got a real crazy, maybe there's like an ankle sprain or like a real crazy bruise that's really slowing him down. It's not something that's going to keep him out, but it's clear that there's a little bit more to his injury than we realized. Is it worrisome? I'm not going to say yes, but this was something I really wanted to see him participate in. There's a chance that maybe you keep him out this week so that way you get even more of a look at him against the Titans. I'm disappointed, though. It's not his fault. It's just kind of where I'm at. I would have liked to see more from him in all three preseason games. Injuries are a part of the game. Not much you can do there. Last little piece of information, man. Slinging Sammy D. Spinning Sammy D. Whatever you want to call him, man. Sam Darnold ends up coming in for the Seattle Seahawks at the number 21 position in the NFL's top 100 players, man. That's really freaking cool for the kid. I'm really happy for him. I think that Sam Darnold is the best story going right now in sports. You have a guy who was a high draft pick. Everyone loved him. He ends up kind of failing in New York. They rip him down, tear him down, find a way to just belittle him and everything that he was. And I think it's clear that it wasn't on him. He had bad coaching, man. He had really, really bad coaching in New York. And it shows the type of perseverance that you can have. It shows the type of leader, character, person that Sam Darnold is. Things didn't go his way. He goes and finds a way to get himself into a better spot. He changes how he throws certain things. He changes throwing motion. He changes his confidence, his mentality. Now he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And now he's someone that his peers are clearly really respecting. And that's a great thing. And I know that sometimes you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt when it comes to the NFL top 100. But to me, this is a sign that the media doesn't get. The players, not always the end all be all, clearly see that there's talent there with Sam Darnold. That's a great thing, man. I'm super happy for him. I'm really, really happy for him. And that's not just because he has a red beard and I do too. I'm really happy for Sam Darnold. He deserves it. He's earned it. And I love to see success like this. Thank you guys so much for viewing today's video. We're going to have a mailbag that goes out later. Hey, guess what? It was pre-recorded. So there's going to be a part about Terrion Arnold in there that was recorded literally an hour before. Literally a freaking hour before the signing ended up happening. So sorry, that's in there. It is what it is. We'll have a pinned comment. We'll talk about it. It'll be okay. But I want to say, check that out. We got the preview coming out tomorrow morning. Don't miss that. A ton of content for the Seahawks, and we'll be live. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you can come hang out with me and producer Gage. Going to be a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for viewing today's video. Can't wait to see you next time. And as always, go tell someone that you love them.